Our young men are disappearing either because they are being killed or because they are headed to prison for killing each other. Now, if those statistics don't frighten you, then I want you to take a very sobering look at this DBD, because as I have been saying, you have to change your heart in order to change our heads. We don't like to talk about this stuff, but it's high time we pay real strict attention to what's going on, because we got more black males in Alabama in prison than we have in college. We don't like to talk about it, but we had better scream it from the highest hills until we get the attention of our community to stop doing what is tantamount to self-genocide. So if you will, and Madam President, would you please, this is about an 18-minute DVD, and I know our attention span in many cases, people like to move around.
Robert Kennedy, when he was Attorney General, said that he could imagine the possibility of a Negro president in the United States within perhaps 40 years. Do you think this is at all realistic?
I am very optimistic about the future. Frankly, I have seen certain changes in the United States over the last 2 years that surprised me. So on the basis of this, I think we may be able to get a Negro president in less than 40 years. I would think that this could come in 25 years or less.
When the bombs fell on our harbor and tyranny threatened the world, she was there to witness a generation rise to greatness, and a democracy was saved. She was there for the buses in Montgomery, the hoses in Birmingham, a bridge in Selma, and a preacher from Atlanta who told the people that we shall overcome. Yes, we can. A man touched down on the moon. A wall came down in Berlin. A world was connected by our own science and imagination.
Sir, Master of Darkness, I came to apologize. I know that you gave me control of the African Americans on Earth, but I've messed up, sir, because one of them has just been elected President of the United States, sir. I'm so sorry, sir.
Quit crying, you fool. You must have forgotten what I have done to the African American throughout the history of time.
But Master of Darkness, he's Harvard educated. He's a smart man. He's a good man. He loves his wife. He's almost like he's perfect. And he's a Christian. It's going to be really hard to stop him, sir.
There are certainly ways to stop him. Let me give you the history of what I've done to the African American. I always knew that I needed America to be a powerful nation that would control the world. But in order to do this, I needed Africans to help accelerate the process. Having slaves in America would allow the United States a 300-year head start on all other nations, allowing them to become one of the most powerful in the world.
Why did you pick African slaves, sir?
Africans were very strong people. They were one of God's first creations. I needed their strength. I needed their wisdom. I needed all of their abilities so that I could help the Americas become powerful.
How did you get them to do it?
We beat them. We whipped them. We did everything we could do to destroy who they were. We even sold their children, broke up their families. They don't even know if they're related or not, even to this day. One of the biggest things that we did to them was we destroyed their spirit. And one of the ways we destroyed their spirit was to change their names. You see, Africans were very proud of who they were, what tribe they came from, and pronunciation of their name. But you see, we changed their name. We made their captors give them new names.
What's your name?
Kunta Kinte.
I want to hear you say your name. Your name is Toby. What's your name?
Kunta.
What's your name?
Toby.
Hi. Say it again. Say it louder so they all can hear you. What's your name?
Toby. My name is Toby.
Hi. That's a good nigger.
So Grandmaster, that broke the spirit of the African American?
No, not immediately. Because you see, the African American always had a connection to his God. His God has always been in his corner. And when he listened to his God, he's always seemed to pull out of situations. But I'm always there to correct this. You see, African Americans, once their names were changed, they then became proud of their new names. They went from Kunta Kinte to Bill Jones, Toby Smith, and even names like Robert Johnson. And even when I called them Robert Johnson, it didn't seem to stop them. They continued to achieve success at every level.